Hi everyone, my name is Nina and I was born and raised in Kyiv, Ukraine. I grew up in a Christian family. My father has been 9 years on Ukrainian national wrestling team, and coming to Christ was his personal decision. As a little girl, I was raised with the statement that I was born because of God's mercy and for God's glory. I will never forget the January of 22nd, 2022. We were at a Ukrainian wrestling championship. I have this wonderful job. I have friends that, really close to me. My family is happy. Everyone is healthy. This is so wonderful. Can you make this last as long as it's possible? Little did I know that in 2 weeks, I'll be packing up my whole life and leaving Ukraine. My father just kindly recommended me, that you gotta go to Poland just in case. Just in case, we don't know what's gonna happen, And on February 9th, I was in Poland. On February 24th, I woke up from the call at 4 a.m. That was my mother, and she said, "Nina, this might be the last time we talk to you. We love you, and you gotta live life for all four of us." On the background, while I hear all of that, I could hear the whistle from the missiles and explosions all over. You can only picture how loud it was and how bad it was. After that call, I remember I fell on my knees and I was like, help. The worst feeling that you can ever have as a human being is that it will never be the same. That great life that you thanked God a month ago is never gonna be back. April 22nd, I get a call from immigration attorney in Los Angeles who was a friend. And she told me, she's like, "Nina, I never told this to anyone. I normally told people go to the embassy. In your case, you gotta buy yourself a ticket to Tijuana now, because in 36 hours, the border will be shut, and it's gonna be like your plans are not gonna work out." I called my father. He's like, "God is opening the back door for you. You gotta use it." Throughout the flight, I had miracle after miracle. I was having only an hour and a half in London. I made it. The rest of Ukrainians that were on the plane did not make it. And then in Tijuana, one of my friends came to pick me up, who lived in California. And the only thing she was told, do not go through the US-Mexico border, because then I would get arrested and she would get arrested. So we were following GPS, and GPS takes us to the border. And ironically, that's the border we're not supposed to be at. There's no way to back up. There are 6 lanes going forward. There's no way back. And I remember we were sitting in the car, and inside I'm like, Lord, help. So I'm coming out, I'm going to the Mexican border officer, and I'm like, "Sir, I'm Ukrainian. Where do I go?" So I go back in the car. My friend locks the door. She's like, "We're in trouble." She's all panicky, But I had a peace. I knew the Lord was taking care of me. And this border officer comes over, takes his electronic scooter, and tells us, "Follow me." So he goes forward, and then he pulls back all 6 lanes. Each lane has 10 cars, and drives us out and drives me to the refugee camp where I had to be. The lady who came in, she shared the gospel with people, because many people who crossed the border like I did, they were not Christians. And she said, God has opened this back door for you, like he opened the Red Sea for Israelis. There is a miracle in your life. And in my mind, I was like, yeah, if the Lord opened the Red Sea, there were some people in the back who felt the miracle the most. And I was that person, I was the person in the back. And after me, the border was shut. Through all the circumstances, I see in each piece, I see God's grace. In the moments where I felt the most so lost, not knowing what's going to happen next, I felt his presence the most profoundly when I was fully helpless. But God has blessed me with many things. My family's still alive. I got a wonderful job in Kansas City. I got to graduate university in Ukraine with 8 hours difference, not sleeping at nights. And I found the New Life City Church. Whenever I relocated here, I Googled and I'm like, Lord, I know this can be so complicated. And from the very first time I came here, I'm like, yeah, I'm in. This is wonderful. You've taken care of me again. So